this is the approximate size, the ratio you will get. You can use a smaller or bigger paper size. So without wasting time, let's get into it. I'm going to be using a old reference model, just so you can also see how it looks, the net. It's actually pretty complicated. I'm gonna rate it at the end because it's been a long while since I made this. Really gonna need this. So you can see this is how the net looks. And start. Okay, first thing I see here is a diagonal, not two, only one diagonal. So fold your paper diagonally, not both diagonals, only one. So this one will go fully. Make sure your diagonal is accurate. My diagonal, well, it's fine, it's a good diagonal. Now we're gonna see, you will actually notice that there is no line here, so I made that by accident. That actually kind of helps, but we're gonna do that later. Now what we're gonna look at is how to get this line you see here. So what we're gonna do for this line is we're gonna actually have a center thing. So center, then this, right, this is kind of confusing. Okay, so we're gonna get one center point because you're anyways gonna have that center point. So you just need to fold this. Do not fold the whole thing, just make a tiny pinch on the line, like right here. It's been a long while since I made it. So that's that one. You can see on this side it will look just like that. Here's the actual model for reference. You can actually see that line a little bit because we made that before too. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold this till here, not the folding, just a really tiny mark, the tiniest you can get it. Tiny, there you go. Okay, you can barely see it on this side, but on the opposite side you can actually see it very well. And over here you're gonna fold till here and fold the whole thing down. And what you can do is, as an extra step, you can actually take your nail and scratch on it. So the fold still there, it's just less visible. And you can just barely see it on the other side. You kind of exercise your fingers around and see, it's almost invisible. Like if you're not looking for it, you won't notice it. Now you can't unsee it, can you? But okay, there. So we got this. Now next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make angle bisectors. We're gonna make 45-degree bisectors. These are really easy to make. Let's see how we did here. Oh, okay, that's simple. We're actually gonna fold this down. So you have it like this and fold this in and turn paper. Now you actually wanna get this here. And okay, this is actually, yeah, I got it. Okay, so you fold there. You want to fold this edge to that. There's actually low light here, you can barely see my work, but okay. And then you fold the whole thing down. Make sure that this is matching the edge here. That's how it should be, but your paper can move slightly. But okay, there. That's one thing you want to do. The other one, unfold and then do from the other side. Rotate your paper if necessary, if needed, like, you know, in case you find it more comfortable. You can see my paper moved here. You can actually see it coming out. So you gotta adjust that so it's still inside. There you go. So that's how it looks. You can see we're getting the basic shape of that. I don't want to open this more, I could show you, but yeah, you can see those layers kind of meet up because it's going to be bending a little bit. So I should have told you to leave some gap, but it is completely fine. That's going to be there anyways. We can't have it. You can try to actually exercise that a little bit by just folding over it. It's gonna be that. Right now you can just use your thumb and flatten that. So let's go on to the next steps. Now you're gonna fold these things It's kind of complicated. I wish I knew how to do those fully. Now, basically you have to make a box kind of thing, right? Okay, we do need the center line actually. We do need it. Alright, I remember what we have to do here. So you have that middle mark, remember? You get that here. Fold. Remember, do not fold the whole thing. What we want here is get your middle line, get that centered, and then you want to fold the ends. You see at okay, wait. Get this here. You see that? You see a triangle? Fold the triangle and a little more, just a little, like less than half. No, like little less than double. I know it's gonna be more than that, but let's just keep it there. And then you do the same thing on the other side. It's all about estimates here. A little less than double. There you go. So let me just check it here, and you can see. I think we went over. Yeah, I think we went over. We can scratch it off actually. I'm gonna scratch off a little bit. Okay, I can see the marks now. Okay, that was a bad idea. Okay, let me just actually look. Did I actually go over? Nah, I didn't go over. Didn't really go over. Make sure it's like it's don't make it double, make it less than double. Like 1, and this is, consider this as 1 and consider as a half. Now that you have this, you can actually, what you can do is you can make the box. I mean, this box kind of, actually no, this box, the diagonal box. What you're gonna do is you fold, keep it this side, and then you see that point there, right? The reference point. Using that reference point, you're going to fold up. Wait, how do I get this mark again? Oh, right. Oh, okay, we actually forgot one important mark. You see that mark, remember there? We're gonna get this here. We actually erased it, kind of like erased, but get that and get this right here. That is one of our important creases. It's already starting to get shaped because this is pretty easy to fold. Now we want to use our reference point. Make sure the edges are aligned and fold up to that line. Right? Yeah, you have to fold up to your line. Then using that reference point, you see that point there now. Using the reference point, you again want to fold. So actually, you're gonna fold it this way. Use our reference point, align your edges, and then fold another one. And do it slightly better if I see it. You can probably get my point here. I think I'd rate this a 7. 7 would be good. It is kind of hard for beginners. It's tricky for beginners, but here's the thing: it's not easy for beginners. It's easy for people who know, like intermediate. They will probably find this kind of like a challenge because of the estimation stuff and like one reference point to make a 90-degree angle because we combine edges. That can get a little tricky. Okay, now we're gonna do the next reference point. So from here, it's really hard to see it on camera. No, look at it directly, not through the screen. Fold up to the line. Then using that reference point, I'm gonna fold another one. You know what? I'll try keeping this one in frame, just so you have a reference of how it looks. There, looks just like that. I'm gonna use this one. You can see it's looking much better now. Now we need to fold these boxes, and I've got no idea what to do. Actually, no, I do have an idea. Alright, actually, you see these X's, right? They're gonna be reverse folded. Yeah, that's really convenient. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a line from here and here. So we remember we have the ends of this box, the corners. We're gonna fold it like that. What we're gonna do is basically just flip this over, and you have that line as a reference, and you want to fold down. Actually, let's fold up. So from that, oh wait, it's a better idea. You see this line, you want to fold this edge to this line, not the whole thing, only to that tiny line. So hard to explain this. That's one, and you can do it on the other side too. Very convenient. Then from the top to the bottom, same thing, same lines, same reference point, same everything, it's just flipped. Okay, this side now. There's a really low light here. It's 4 p.m. 4ish. No, it's 4:30 p.m. Should have done this earlier. I couldn't do it earlier though. There we go. So it looks like this. Now we have 2 reference points to make a line like this. You can actually do this in the air like I'm doing it here. Get 1 reference point, second reference point, and fold over here. It's not completely in the air, but that is looking pretty good. Ow. Do a second one here too. That's 1, that's 2. Those are the only reference points. Remember that. Don't use anything else as reference. There you go. So we're basically done here. Let me just check. Okay, there's actually another line we need to make. There's a line which goes to the center here. No way. Sorry, this side, right? Oh, you can use that as a reference actually. You can. So there's 2 reference points. The center of the X and this thing here. This line. You see this point, and the center of the X. Those are 2 reference points to make a line going this way. Forward actually. Okay, like that. And you can also, there's actually a lot of reference points here. You can go for this line for making it straight. Oh wait, that was not straight at all. That's exactly what I was wondering. Maybe. Yeah, okay. That looks a little better. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Make sure the center of the X is like there. I don't think it actually relates to this line. Ignore this line. Use 2 other reference points. You can match those things. It could be. It's actually a little off on this side. Although I didn't match. Actually, I didn't match these. Wait. Never mind. False alarm. Use all 3 reference points is the best way to go. Use them up how much ever you can. It's gonna be slightly off every time. It got a little better. Yeah. So I think I was out of frame because I'm on 2.5x. But we are done. No wait, we're not done. We still have 1 to go to make this diamond-like shape in the middle. How are we gonna do that? You can actually see some marks here for the references. I'm gonna try to make them, but I cannot guarantee the best reference. I think I got a good idea. You see that line? Flip it over. That line to the center here. Make a mark on the half. Right here. I don't remember how I got that, so just ignore that. 1. This one this side, and then this line to that. And a half. There, and those are your references. Now what you gotta do is, it's kind of complicated. You want to take those 2. Actually, it's not complicated, never mind. This to this, and then fold on this. I like doing this air thing. I did it for my Origami Paco model. I'll leave a link in the description. Actually, no, there's not an exact video for it. It's actually in a video for my best jar design. I'll leave a link to that. You can skip towards the end where you can see the Paco. In that, for making, it's a 3-hour model. It's like the spring kind of thing. For each fold, you actually kind of lift it up. I use this technique. Although you can use a direct folding technique. Even here, you could have done that. But I'll still share the model. I'll just share the link. Go towards the end of the video to see what I'm talking about. Okay, now the rest of them, that's actually going to be done with the reverse fold. So just ignore those for now. You can actually do this, then fold that in, and then close. That will make your folds come. And see, you got the folds. Very convenient. There's no reference points this side. Okay. So how are we gonna assemble, right? Since this is really tight, I can actually see all the. Oh, okay. I can actually see all of them. So what we're gonna do here is, this is gonna be reverse fold. You wanna fold it like that. So ignore the diamond in the middle for now. Then you wanna make this come up like this. You want to get the X like that and then fold like that. So let's just do it again. Have this line, and this line are going to be up, so like that, and fold this down like that. These are all, no new folds are being made here. We are just assembling, you can call it. I forgot the exact word. And then same thing here, you can just open it a little bit, fold that in, and then make this X pop out, I mean like go inside, and do that. And then for this you can actually fold this in and then do that, and you can have something that looks like this. Now you want to just fold those corners properly, and you're almost done. Now what you gotta do is you're gonna actually lift this and insert these. You're gonna fold these inside more of them for locking purposes. So you have that fold inside there. Okay, that's coming out. There you go. And then you want to fold it down inside, and then what you can do is you can actually give it a little push here. So that I told you is all you're gonna be like that. I'm actually gonna leave this open and push the rest, because it's not supposed to be fully 90 degrees. I mean, yeah, okay. And that is your module. I don't know why it's like that, but there. Origami heart model finished. I can finally throw it in the dustbin. There you go. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.